Okay, this year's SummerSlam was actually perfect, bro. Like you had a mixture of cinema, you had a mixture of good matches and everything. And I liked how this year's SummerSlam was, bro. Like everything. The matches like Damian Priest versus Gunther was an example of good matches. And matches like Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa were example of cinema and good matches. Like I like this year's SummerSlam. And another thing I also want to mention about this year's SummerSlam. This year's SummerSlam is one of the first SummerSlams in a while to actually have lots of title changes. Because as you already know, the past 2 or 3 SummerSlams, we didn't really have much title changes. We didn't. But this year's SummerSlam, we had a total of 4 or 5 title changes this year. Like Nia Jax won the Women's World Championship. Braun Breaker finally won his first title on the main roster, which is the IC Championship. And also, LA Knight won his first title on the main roster, which is the US Championship. And I think that's actually pretty insane because WWE is trying to tell us that we're in a new era and things are going to be done very new and we're going to be changing up everything. And I think WWE is doing good with changing up everything. The only thing I wish they could have added into the SummerSlam, they could have added a little bit more matches. Like, I'm not saying the match card was bad, the match card was good, and we had a decent size amount of matches, but I feel like they could have added like 1 or 2 more matches in it. Like they could have added the whole thing with Chad Gable and the Wyatt Six. I think that would be a good thing for them to add, but I'm probably guessing they're saving that for Bad Blood. Or they could have added Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. I mean, they could have added no. Let me take it back. They could have added Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn for the women's tag titles because I feel like the women's matches when it comes to like women's matches in general, like WWE does good with women's matches, but they got to do a little bit better when it comes to advertising women's matches on the pay-per-view. Not saying that Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley was advertised well, but like they also got to do more with it because like as you could see matches like Nia Jax versus Bailey, that match was advertised decently, but there wasn't much build to the match at all. And I know that sometimes more matches get attention than others, but I feel like you could have made that match such a big deal more. Like that match was made a big deal, but it could have been a bigger deal if they actually went in depth into this whole storyline thing. But yeah, that's just my opinion about SummerSlam 2024. I think it's one of the best SummerSlams out of SummerSlam 2022, SummerSlam 2023, and SummerSlam 2021. What do you guys think about SummerSlam 2024? I'd like to hear your comments in it. I would like to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. And if you guys like more wrestling content, you guys know what to do. Follow for more.